So Reverend Kimberly Harrell is going to be casting the circle and calling in the orders.
All right. All right. So you all are welcome to stand and join me or stay seated, whatever works good for you. So this is the east. So we'll start out in the east. And we call upon God and Goddess, all of our ancestors, the ascended masters. Join us in this circle tonight as we celebrate the new moon. We honor the direction east, the element air, all the winged creatures, the aspect of life. Join us in this circle, lead, guide, and protect us. And so it is. And we'll turn to the right and turn to the south. And we honor the direction south. We invite God and Goddess, all of our ancestors, the ascended masters. We honor the direction south, the element fire, all the creepy, crawly creatures. We invite you to our circle. Lead, guide, and protect us as you will. And as we turn again to the right, we face the west. We invite again God and Goddess, the watchtowers of the west, all of our ancestors and the ascended masters. We honor the element water and all the creatures of the sea, the ocean, the rivers, and the lakes. The aspect of love. Lead, guide, and protect us in this circle as we celebrate the new moon. And as we turn again to the right and face the north, we invite God and Goddess, all of our ancestors, the ascended masters, the element earth, the two-legged and four-legged creatures. We honor the aspect of law and discernment. We invite you to our circle to lead, guide, and protect us. And as we turn again to the east, our circle is cast and complete, and so it is. So it is.
Hello, hello. So good to see everybody. It's so nice to be out under the sky tonight. My name is Dr. Debbie Roche. I'm the Associate Minister at Unity of Gulfport, also known as New Thought Community of Gulfport. We meet every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. At the Gulfport Casino, and we have lots of different activities going on. So if you haven't put your email on our email list yet, please join us for our future activities. And so tonight is the Shaman New Moon Ceremony gathering. And one of the things I really love about doing these moon gatherings is the feeling of connection, not just with each other, but with the energy of the sky, the energy of the moon and the water. And it's just, I always see it as being so magical out here. And so super grateful to be out here tonight. The moon is in the energy of Cancer. Do we have any Cancers out there? All right. Anybody else? Do we have any water signs out there? All right. Pisces. All right. All right. There's my girl. So this new moon and the sign of Cancer brings with it a huge emotional intensity. And so I have encountered so many people this week that have been feeling such big feelings and processing deep internal things. And so this period of Cancer is a water sign. So the moon is a feminine energy, and then the sign that it's in is also a watery feminine energy. And so this is a time of big feeling. So if you're feeling big emotions, especially if you're a water sign, it might not be so much if you're not a water sign, but know you are not alone in feeling these big feelings, and that it's part of the astrological energy that is going on. And so the energy of Cancer right now is really in that energy of self reflection. If you think about the little the crab, which is the sign of Cancer, it has its strong shell, but it's in its home, and so there's a focus right now around our home life, our family connections, connecting to people that feel like family, reconnecting heart wise to our loved ones, and really stepping into that nurturing energy. And so Cancer is also a feminine sign. So this energy right now is kind of in the divine feminine. So this is a time of connecting to our intuition, opening our hearts, kind of going with the flow, the more yin energy. And so also the Saturn is in retrograde. And so that energy is actually also influencing this time. And so that is really about looking at the structure and rhythm within our lives and really getting clear about what we're wanting to manifest and how do we create that intricate structure and the life rhythms to help us manifest what we most want, what our hearts really truly desire. And so this is so in this time of going deeper and really connecting to our hearts and with our vulnerability and sensitivity, you might not be feeling like you want to be outside of the home or being really social. So if you, I know I've experienced this a lot of this energy lately of really just wanting to be hunkered down in my introvert energy and cozy at home with my old cat. And but really, if that's the mode you're in right in alignment with what the moon is doing. And so new moons, the new moon time period and the energy is all about new beginnings and really setting intentions for what we really, really want in the month ahead and the months ahead. And so there's a six month time period of kind of energetic support for creating new things, especially in the area of career. And so if you're not a water sign, I did a lot of research in all the different areas. They talked about if you're not feeling all that emotion, you may be feeling an extra umph to get clear in your career or what you're really wanting to build in that area and to take action on that vision for your career. So if you're a water sign feeling these big feelings and you're not seeing other people around you feeling them too, this is probably why. So anyway, this energy of Cancer is all about going deep within and connecting to our intuition as well. And so if some challenges come up, because astrologically there's potentially some challenges that might be approaching in the next couple of weeks, the this energy of Cancer is all about approaching whatever challenge that arises from an intuitive based perspective, that deep internal place of being at one with ourselves, the divine, each other, but that intuitive place rather than a brain cerebral place. So if something comes up and you're tempted to think it out, go a little deeper and just connect. And so Cancer is all about that deep internal place of connection. And so um, the this new moon ceremony, I wanted to really bring in the energy of shamanism into this space. This is my first time doing that with one of our ceremonies. Thank you so much to our drummers. Reverend Kimberly Harrell is a shaman, I've learned so much from her over the years in so many different ways, and what an honor it is to always watch her grow and flourish with the spiritual community that she's building, and to learn from her in all the different ways, especially around shamanism and how she brings us all together. So, a special thank you for all you do for this community. And so, this song is one of my very favorite earth spirituality songs. And the lyrics are in that little baggie. So it's kind of like a mantra in a way. There are 4 lines to the song. Hi, Natalie. Um, and this song, the reason why I love it so much is because it's the little tiny square piece of paper. Um, it always makes me feel so connected to the divine energy of the earth and the divine energy of the sky and the air and the fire of the spirit that brings it all together. And so I'm gonna probably sing the song for about, it's a very simple song. I would love for you all to sing it with us. If you have a drum, please, or any other music maker, please join us in this song. And so One of the things that I like to do when I'm really going through, there's only 4 lines, so it's a simple song, um, is I like to visualize the energy of each of the lines and somehow and internalize that vibration inside my heart in some way. And so for the first line of earth my body, I always visualize the feeling of connecting to the groundedness of the earth when I'm standing on it. And then the water of, water my blood, I always think about the feeling of being out in the waves meditating and looking up at the sky. And then the last one, air my breath, I always think of that feeling of how it feels to walk out and that first breath of feeling the air when you step outside. And then the last, fire my spirit, that fiery energy of stepping up and claiming what we want in our lives and connecting to the divine as we do that. And so so however you internalize that or visualize that is divinely perfect. And so I'm gonna be singing it for about maybe 3.5 minutes or so, 4 minutes. Feel free to join us in whatever way you would like to, but the lyrics are in the little plastic bag. Dee and Sue are my beautiful drummers over here. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body. Feel free to dance or move. Blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit, earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit, earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit, earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Thanks so much. How nice to have you all here. Thank you so much for taking the time out to connect today. So, the title of my talk is Honoring the Darkness on the Journey to the Light. And there's a quote by Dr. Martin Luther King that really spoke to me. And it says, "It is only in the dark that we are able to see the stars." And that really, really touched my heart. Um, you know, the idea of the sacred darkness has been such an important part of my life in so many different ways. And as I walk through this week, and literally so many people reached out to me as they were walking through their own, areas of darkness and struggle. And I would keep encountering people that were crying or really feeling deeply today. And I was feeling lots of emotion the last 2 weeks. And I felt that it was such a sacred and important topic to talk about a little bit today. And so I've always been drawn to shamanism for its path of honoring the darkness. Shamans take a lot of different journeys, and they encounter spirits and ancestors. And, in this journey of becoming is how they kind of embrace their gifts, both in the darkness and the light, with the earth and the spirit realm and the human realm. And I've always been so kind of drawn to that idea. And so when it comes to my path with the darkness, I went through a lot of trauma as a kid and a lot of really hard things. And so as I walked along my path of life, one of the things I realized is I couldn't outrun the darkness. And I tried to outrun it for about 15, 20 years. And one of the things I really learned was that you can't outrun it. And that I had to somehow sit with it and really embrace the energy of it. And so, one of the things that in that path of really, reaching for different tools and realizing that the darkness and the emotion that brought the darkness was actually a frequency and an energy. And once I realized from a metaphysical perspective that those intense emotions were an energy form that could be shifted, my entire reality changed in so many different ways for the better. And so a lot of the tools and principles that we teach at Unity of Gulfport, New Thought Community of Gulfport, focuses on ways to really strengthen our energetic fields and also see everything our lives in terms of frequency and energy that we have the power over to embrace greater positivity and a greater experience of living. And so when it comes to the darkness, I spend a lot of time thinking about this because I like these spiritual messages to be just a few minutes long for us to ponder as we kind of embrace the energy of the sky. One of the things that I've learned in my own walk with my own darkness and really feeling it and sitting with it was that there's always a light somewhere at the bottom of the darkness. And so, there's a lot of different frequencies that have been coming up for me lately. And I've been, whenever I feel any type of deep emotion, intense emotion coming up, I always now see it as an opportunity to go deeper, to feel it, because I've learned that the depth of what we're willing to feel also, once we feel it and release it, it allows us to embrace that level of the joy and the light in our lives. And so, one of I've been starting to really experiment with doing meditations with kind of the idea of shamanic journeying a little bit in the meditation. And one of the images that came up just a few days ago was this experience of really sitting with the dark. And at the very bottom of the dark was this spark of the light. And in that vision, once I felt that spark of the light, it expanded out. And I thought, what a beautiful visual image of what I feel is kind of my life metaphor and my belief that when we're really able to sit with our darkness, understand it, call divine energy in to be with us during those hard moments, and really walk that journey of transcending that energy to a different space, that journey is where we learn to embrace our greatest strengths and our greatest awarenesses, and the tools and people that we encounter on the way create such an amazing, wonderful journey. And so I always see those moments of the darkness as such an opportunity to really define what it is I most want in my life, but also how can I embrace and connect to the divine even stronger. And so as we celebrate the darkness as a vehicle and a journey to our greater and stronger selves and the light, I always want to remind you that if you're ever in that space, never believe what your brain tells you. Never, the brain will never tell you nice things. But we are all warriors of the heart. And that's actually one of the songs that we're going to play in a little bit. And that when we're able to really, really connect to that conviction that we're strong enough to walk through any areas of our darkness, that it's when we're really able to take that experience, not only bless other lives with that experience and to connect with their hearts, but also I feel that's how we're kind of refined for the ultimate expression of our lives forward, is when we're able to sit in that strength and all that we learn in those journeys. So Annie, thank you so much for being here today. Um, the next part of this news here, I see the sun going down quick. It's going down fast. All right, so there is, can you play the music off your phone? So in your little baggie, did anybody not get a little baggie? I don't know, Julie, I don't know if you got a baggie. So where's the little bags? Do we know where they are? Can you make sure? So that intention sheet has 3 questions on it. The first one is, what is your intuition telling you right now? So this is the intention setting. This song is actually called Heart Warriors. And I always love that idea of us being warriors of the heart. Because when the darkness hits in moments, that's really connecting to the strength of our heart and the connection to the divine is sometimes how we just get through those moments. And so we're going to take a few moments to write down our intentions on this piece of paper. That's a little fumbly today, excuse me. Here we go. So the first question is, what message is your intuition telling you right now? So I love the energy of this song because it's all about the strength, the internal strength of getting clear, of taking action forward. The new moon is all about setting intentions for the month ahead. The second question is, what is your sacred emotion most trying to tell you? So if you're having some emotion come up this month or the last couple days, it always usually carries a message of some kind. And the third statement or the third question on the paper is, what does your heart and soul most want to manifest right now? So at the end of the gathering, you're welcome to place the paper in the green bag over here, and I will burn them and release them up into the sky. Or you're welcome to keep those papers as a reminder of what you'd like to manifest this month. All right, Reverend Kimberly is going to bless us with a beautiful meditation.
Oh, what a beautiful evening. So many people call the new moon the dark of the moon because there is no moon visible in the sky. So we had the full moon out here a couple of weeks ago, and we drew down the moon and drew down the energy of the moon into us and into all that is. And then now the moon has been waning, decreasing energy every night until now. And now it's the night of the new moon, which is the no moon in the sky, the dark of the moon. And from this point forward for the next 2 weeks, the energy will increase every night. And we call that the waxing moon. It's increasing to full. But tonight we honor the darkness and the new moon. And in that darkness is when we can have our greatest growth. When we plant the seed in the darkness in the soil, it germinates and starts growing. So that's where we as humans can have our greatest personal growth and our greatest spiritual growth as we emerge from this time of reflection that has been the waning moon. So if you get comfortable, however you like to sit and be comfortable, or maybe you like to lie down and press your shoulders into the sand, whatever is comfortable for you. For as we make the physical body comfortable, it allows our mind and our heart and our spirit to soar. So we're going to do just a petite shamanic journey from the darkness into the light. So as we close our outer eyes, or maybe you prefer to softly focus your eyes either on the sunset or the water, softly focus your eyes or close your outer eyes and open up your visual third eye into the backs of your eyelids. We take a deep breath in and exhale. We like to do a 4 count there. Four counts for the breath in. Hold it for the count of 4. Let it expand in the body. And then release it in an exhale to the count of 4. Inhale, hold it, and exhale. Those are beautiful, wonderful cleansing breaths. As we take that breath in, we receive divine life force energy. We let it expand throughout our body, through our heartbeat, taking the oxygen through from our lungs, through our heart, throughout our entire body. And then we just allow our breath to find its own natural rhythm, not trying to force it for any count, not trying to force it in or out. Our bodies are beautiful organic machines. They know what to do without conscious direction from us. The breath will flow in, the oxygen will expand our lungs. Then we exhale as the blood pumps the oxygen throughout our body. And with that breath in, we allow it to gather in that still small space within. We imagine that breath flowing down our spine, into our legs, into our feet, and then becoming beautiful, energetic roots, flowing down through the earth, through the sand, reaching further down into the dampness and the darkness. Our breath pushes those roots through the earth. As those roots intertwine with the roots of the grasses around, of the trees, the roots of the other people, the roots of the small animals and the fishes, our roots in the dance of life with all the other roots around us. And in those roots and that dance, we are connected one to each other as our roots continue further down into the core of Mother Earth and the molten lava. And we feel Goddess as she takes our roots into her hands. We feel a jolt of electricity flow all the way back up through the dance, through the intertwining into our body. That jolt of divine feminine energy as it flows into us, up our legs, into our spine, flowing up into our heart. That divine feminine energy. And as Brother Wind helps us with a new breath into our lungs, we take that breath up our spine, behind our throat, behind our third eye, to the tip top of our head, and out our crown chakra as silver threads. Those silver threads reaching up into the heavens, thousands of them, reaching up into the darkness, wrapping around the star, wrapping around the moon, wrapping around the planets, reaching ever further into the darkness, past Saturn, past Jupiter, to the darker planets, wrapping around, bringing back the energy of the cosmos into our very being, wrapping around the wings of the angels in the angelic realm, wrapping around the other beings in the collective consciousness as we feel that energy from Father Sky, that divine masculine energy flowing down our silver threads into our crown chakra, flowing behind our eyes, behind our throat, reaching our spine, flowing into our heart center, where that divine masculine energy joins with the divine feminine energy that was awaiting his arrival. And together they start spinning, spinning in the darkness within, forming themselves into a perfectly balanced yin yang symbol right there in our chest. A yin yang symbol that is balance, balanced, in harmony, equal parts feminine and masculine. It is the divine manifest within us. And as we take a breath in, we sit in the silence and the darkness, accepting this beautiful energy into our being. And as we feel that yin yang spin, it radiates from that darkness. It begins to radiate like a ripple, energy, wave upon wave, radiating from us out into the world. Energy expressing as us. It is our divinity. It is our energy leaving the darkness, journeying to the light. For as it radiates from our aura, it becomes such a bright light. It becomes a light for others to see, maybe to guide their way, maybe to guide our own way. That divine energy flowing from the darkness, spinning like the spiral, growing larger and larger as it spins, radiating further and further from our physical presence into the world, all around us, enveloping all that is with our divine creative expression as we share the gift of us with the world. It's what we're here for, to accept and receive that divine love within us and then allow it to expand out into the world, expressing as us. And as we take a breath in, be still and know I am. And as the breath flows in and down our spine, following our roots in Mother Earth, flowing through the sand, interconnecting with the roots of all those around us in this circle and beyond, flowing further still, encountering the roots of the tree of life, the roots of all of our ancestors, all that have ever been, knowing that generation upon generation upon generation, those wonderful thoughts and prayers for us as we imagine that 7 generations ago, our ancestor prayed to the divine creator and said, take care of mine for all time, and the glory in knowing that that is me. as our roots intertwine with the tree of life. And from this tree of life, we start retracting our roots from the core of Mother Earth, held in the embrace of our ancestors. And then we allow those roots to retract back up into our physical body as they dance, that dance with the other roots as they come back, and bring that connection, one to each other. Every soul, every life, every plant that our roots have touched, we bring that connection back up into our legs, into our spine, into our heart center, filled to overflowing with love, compassion, and kindness. And as we breathe in, our thought goes to those silver threads that are flowing up our spine and out our crown chakra into the heavens, into the universe. We unwrap those tendrils from the planets and from the stars and from the angels' wings as we bring back those threads into our crown chakra. We bring back the connection to the collective consciousness, and that light of the silver threads, the light from the heavens and from the entire cosmos, flow into our being, behind our eyes, behind our throat, down our spine into our heart, where the darkness and the light join, where the roots and the silver thread join, where the feminine and the masculine come together as one, spinning as that yin yang. That is us, feminine and masculine, loving and strong, kind and discerning, compassionate and knowledgeable, where the knowledge of the God mind joins with the love of the goddess heart and becomes wisdom. We are that wisdom. And as we allow our consciousness to come back to this space and this time, on this sand, on this beach, in the dark of this new moon, we bring back the connection to our ancestors, the connection to everything in the cosmos, to all that ever has been and all that ever will be, right there within us. And we say, I am. Be still and know I am. And so it is. And as we open our eyes that were closed, everything has a beautiful shimmer to it. We're seeing through the energy of our aura with our energetic eyes. The sunset looks so beautiful. The water looks so dark and yet light at the same time. As we shrug our shoulders and let them fall down, and we place our hands together in prayerful pose, pressing our thumbs into our heart center, bowing our chin to our fingertips, and we say Namaste. I see And so it is.
Thank you so much, Reverend Kimberly, for that beautiful meditation. Is there anybody that doesn't have a spiral rock or a rock in their either in their hands or in their bags or a feather? This is the next part of our intention setting. I have a few more spiral rocks in this bag. If you raise your hand, if you don't have one, I can get you one. So I've always had this sacred connection to the spiral. And I found out that when shamans went off on their journeys, they would actually mark the place where they left in their journey with a spiral. And then actually the center of the spiral represents that transcendent state. And to me, it always represents our sacred connection to the earth, our human bodies, our cells, the energy that flows, the divine energy that flows through us, and our connection to the cosmos. In relation to the idea of today, as our inner shaman travels throughout our journey, oftentimes as we're walking through the darkness on our own spiral, sometimes the light is just around the corner. And so each of those rocks, I painted those rocks. And when I was making them, I called in all of my highest vibration angels to infuse Reiki into those rocks. And so the first part of the intention setting is that I would like you to hold the rock and think of something that brings you hope and happiness and faith, whether that be an image, a picture in your mind, a word, a mantra, part of a prayer, whatever that sacred energy and vibration of hope and joy is. I would like you to imprint that rock with that image or word or the vibration. And you're welcome to release the rock. We're going to do a song here in a little bit. And so you're welcome to do it during that song or whatever you would like. But I'm most hoping that that rock, when you see it later, especially if you're walking through a hard day, or just feeling a little low, the energy of that word or whatever it is that you imprinted on that rock remind you of the higher vibration. And I painted it with glitter, clear glitter paint, because I always feel that there's so much divine energy as we walk through our challenges that is helping us, that's helping us embrace the strength and to refine us as we go through our own refinement, embracing of our highest selves through all of our journey. And the second part of the intention setting today is the sacred feather. And so I wanted to bring in my grandmother's energy into this gathering today. And my grandmother was this little Italian lady, and she was feisty. And oh, did I love her? She was such a huge part of my life. And when she passed, it was just such. I actually have a heart tattooed over my heart on the day that she passed, because she was my sacred person in this lifetime. But what I realized later on is that I was journeying through one of the hardest periods of my life, and that feathers would find me. And so it was, and when I would look at the feather, I would hear an intuitive message when I looked at the pattern on the feather. And so that's why I had you each pick your own feather. And feathers in the shamanic culture, it represents many different things. They're used on headdresses to represent protection, messages from spirit. And, in terms of us holding that feather, you're welcome to release the feather as a form of letting your intention for the month be released into the ethereal. You're welcome to hold that sacred feather on your heart, just as a close connection to the divine. You know, um, Birds represent freedom and soaring. And so, just as a spiritual kind of message with the feather, it represents what we are really capable in this lifetime, and just that journey of soaring into our highest and best lives and our highest and best selves. And so, this next song, so as we're doing this song, you're welcome to do those two intentions. You're welcome to keep those two objects if you don't want to release them in any way. Um, and if you did not get a spiral rock, please find me later. I have a few more. Thank you to Sue and Dee for your drumming in advance. One of the reasons why I really, really love this song is because I love the connection to Mother Earth energy and the maternal reference in our connection to nature and the earth. And I love that, the idea of that presence of that maternal energy with us at all times. And it's called Mother, I Feel You. I love to walk to this song because like the feeling the earth under my feet is such a sacred, and the drumming is such a sacred experience for me. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Mother, I hear you in the river song. Eternal waters flowing on and on. Mother, I hear you in the river song. Eternal waters flowing on and on. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Father, I see you when the eagle flies. Light of the Spirit, gonna take us higher. Father, I see you when the eagle flies. Light of the Spirit, gonna take us higher. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, 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 oh. Hey, oh. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat.
So so we started out by calling the quarter and casting the circle. So we will end with releasing the quarters and opening the circle. So we start again in the east and we'll go counterclockwise. So we start in the east and we give thanks and gratitude to God and Goddess, to all of our ancestors, to the ascended masters, and all beings of light who came to assist us in this circle, in this new moon celebration, honoring the direction east, honoring the element air, and honoring all the winged creatures, lending their feathers to our ceremony. We are grateful, and so it is. And we turn to the left and turn to the north. We give gratitude and thanksgiving to God and Goddess, to all of our ancestors, to the ascended masters, to the aspect law, to the direction north, to all the two-legged and four-legged creatures who walk this earth, to the stones and to the crystals. We thank you for being part of this circle and part of this ceremony. You may come or stay as you will, and so it is. And we turn again to the left and face the west. We give thanks and gratitude to God and Goddess, all of our ancestors, the ascended masters, the direction west, the aspect love, the element water, all the creatures of the sea, to the zodiac sign of Cancer, and all those water signs. Thank you for being part of this ceremony. Thank you for your teaching and your guidance. You may now come or stay as you will. And so it is. And we turn to the left once again, facing the south. We give thanksgiving and gratitude to God and Goddess, all of our ancestors and the ascended masters, to the element fire, to passion. Thank you for being part of this ceremony and the intentions that will be burned in your fire of creativity. We thank you for being part of this ceremony, for leading us, guiding us, and teaching us. And we release you to come or go as you will. And so it is. And as we turn back to the east, our circle is open. We are grateful and we are thankful. And so it is. So it is. Thank you. Thank you.
So the majority of our events are done on a donation basis, and so there's a red box in the middle of the gathering. Also, there's ways to donate online if you feel guided. We certainly appreciate your support, and we certainly appreciate you being here today. I will be doing mini intuitive readings if anybody would like one for the new moon, and so on a donation basis to the church. And thank you so much for being here today. It makes my heart so happy to have us all together. Thanks for coming, girls.
Thank you.
Sorry. Oh, the green bag is right
Here
here.
it is.
Right over here.
Oh, perfect, perfect,
Here,
perfect.
Leon, can I get a picture of us?
Thank you. Thank
I was
you.
walking up on it.
See, wonderful. It's all meant to be, isn't it? It's the law of attraction.